right, we missed last Sunday because we weren't together. Allergy man. But what do we do on Sundays?
We answer anything. Sorry, I'm sneezing.
So, ask us anything. It's back. It's back. Better than ever.
Are you looking for some category? Then why not subscribe to Worldwide Campus News and Entertainment for more topics like this one, and ring the bell to be notified for our latest video.
I'd have to say for me, Yannick's best quality, he has a few, but he's stoic. He doesn't lose his cool very easily, and he's super, super patient and looks at things very logically. So see what I told you? I can't pick just one.
That's a lot. That's very nice of you.
Shantelle
is tireless. She's very, very organized and extremely, extremely clean. Like, she needs everything organized and just so, which makes my life heaven. And she's also a big dreamer, so she has a lot of ambition.
True. We're vain, so we moved locations in the house because that other lighting just was not good enough for us.
It's better light. So anyway, balancing time alone, best thing I can do is just kick her out.
He goes bike riding whether I want him to or not, so that's how he gets his time alone. I get a lot of time alone because the girls are grown and have moved out. I run both my companies from my house.
I'm always at work.
And he's always at work. It's the balancing time together we've been talking about a lot lately that we haven't been good at because, like I said, I have two companies. He's filming so much, so that's...
We have to actually carve time out to be together. So being alone, being apart happens a lot.
Sometimes we ignore our kids' messages because if they come over, then we can't be alone.
I don't know. I like modern architecture. I like classic stuff too. I think I'm on a big Art Deco kick right now. So there are certain types of architecture and design that lend themselves to that. Some don't. So this place has really high walls and things like that. So we're able to maybe do some of that here.
And also, really, we did a interesting spiritual thing this time when we were looking to buy a house and make a move, because we found the last one we kind of maybe rushed into and checked off a lot of boxes as far as location and stuff, but not as how we would feel in the space. So we actually talked about it and we said, well, what do you want this house to represent? How do you want to feel in the house? And how do you want the house to basically look after us?
And what are the must-haves physically as well? So, that was how we came to be in this place, but checking off boxes.
Definitely against type, you're right, even for both.
Tuscan chic, as you can see back there.
That kitchen is going. The kitchen is on its way out.
Yeah, not just for the sake of getting rid of it and redecorating. It's actually played out. There's a lot of it's made out of MDF and it's failing. Hinges are snapped, glass is falling out, things like that.
And as we're discovering, it's not very energy efficient. Like, it's got this big 8-burner range with a grill and stuff like that. And the way the fan has been installed, the cold winter wind just comes in the house. So
it's an old fridge too. It's a dual compressor, but it's old and not energy efficient. And then there was also some insulation problems on that. That's the north wall, so we're going to deal with that too. So there you go.
Well, he's a guy, so like a giant baby. Actually,
Oh, when was the last time I was sick?
That's true.
I'm never sick.
I tend to get sick more than he does.
Never sick. Honnêtement, j'ai appris l'anglais deuxièmement. Alors, le français est ma langue maternelle et l'anglais, j'ai appris quand j'étais très jeune.
Can I see if I got that right?
Okay.
I think you said English is my second language. My primary language is French.
Yep.
That's all I got. That's all. Okay, I love this question because touching on the French piece from the story prior.
You touching on my French piece?
I'm always touching on your French piece. So I deliver Brianna. We're 19 years old. He calls his mother, who's in Quebec, and he says, "Mom, we had our baby." And his mom's on the other line, and she goes, "Yannick, that's magnificent. What did you name her?" And he goes, "Brianna Lee Bisson." And his mom goes, dead silent for forever. "What? Yannick, that's not French." I looked at him, I said, "You're going to name the next fucking baby." So out she came, Dominique Lisanne Bisson. He was laughing so hard he actually
lost the button.
He lost the button. So how Michaela's name came to be is I was pregnant for her while my grandmother was losing her battle to breast cancer. And she had loved the TV show Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, whose character's name was Michaela. So we ended up liking that name. And then Frances was my grandmother's name, Francesca. So Michaela Frances Bisson.
And Brianna, I forgot to mention, Brianna was born on St. Patrick's Day, and Brian is, there's a lot of folklore and heroics associated with Brian in Ireland.
But also, too, my mom had read a book, and the heroine in the book was Brianna. So my mom, the maternal side, played a big part in naming our girls, and then Yannick's mom got involved with the middle one.
Mm-hmm. Didn't hurt that Fleetwood Mac had a song called Rihanna. No, I made that up. The only thing I would do to change Murdoch is the shoot schedule. It's really long, it's a lot of hours. That's about it. I mean, it's a great show, it's fun to do, great characters, fabulous writing. People watch it, people love it. I wouldn't change anything in that regard except make it easier.
I would change that you would be married to me on Murdoch.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're a modern girl, though.
It's true.
It's different. Hey, thanks very much for watching it. Put a lot of work into it. It was a lot of fun. That's something that I would do a lot more of in the future is whether I'm acting in a project or not, I absolutely love the camaraderie and collaborative environment of directing and pulling together what resources you have to make the best possible thing on screen is one of my favorite things to do, and is really what I was, I think, born to do and what I've been doing for 40 years. So I would do more of that.
This is a tough one because for 16 seasons, he's been filming. Our anniversary is May 26th. Sammy Hagar for me.
Well, that was my first concert ever was Sammy Hagar.
Really?
Van Halen, yeah, 5150 tour. So I have fond memories of that. Obviously the music, I like both. And then I saw Van Halen much later on with the most recent tour that had David Lee Roth. And then he did this thing about dogs and these competitive dogs that herd sheep and stuff like that. Totally lost me. I was like, dude, what happened?
Yeah, I would say I just feel Sammy's just got a cooler vibe. Like I feel like David Lee Roth was put on, whereas I feel Sammy Hagar is just like cool. And Rick is good friends with Sammy, and he swears Sammy's just a cool.
Sammy's good shit.
Guy.
Yeah,
good shit.
Definitely.
Harrison Ford.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I saw Star Wars back in 77 or 78, and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do.
What about any of the Bonds? No?
They're gone.
Harrison's good.
Yeah, Sean Connery was gone. Then he turned out to be a bit of an asshole, so I was really disappointed. Oh, man, that's a tough one.
We don't want to blow up your story boxes, and I also don't want to blow up our own, so this will be our last one. You guys there's so many coming in, we have to cut it off.
Trying to go to bed at a decent time is difficult for Shantelle, and that makes it difficult for me. A lot of friction about that, as you could say.
I'd say for me, a lot of friction is we've been together almost 35 years, so I have this expectation that he should really, really know me by now. So there's a lot of times I expect him to just know stuff, so essentially be psychic or a mind reader, and that still, after 35 years, doesn't go very well, so that causes a lot of friction for me.
Did you enjoy this video? Let us know in the comments what you think about this. Check out these other topics from Worldwide Campus News and Entertainment, then be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified for our latest video.